So in the news about 7 days ago, in the Fox News, there was a report of a New York tourist who was arrested in Japan because he had a severed head in his bag. Now, I'm pissed off, and let me tell you why. Because of the title. The title says this: "Man arrested with severed head in a bag was a mama's boy." I want to read something from one of the boy's stepfathers. I guess he had like 4 stepfathers in his life, and one of them said this. "He was a mama's boy," said Daisy, 69 years old. "If we were having dinner and he didn't like the food, his mother would get up in the middle of the meal to cook him something special. And this was at a time when we didn't have a lot of money." So the problem that I have with this article is that it's very misleading. It would make it seem as if the genetic code of a man, or the sole purpose of him being a psychomaniac and a killer, is that he is a mama's boy. I want to put the PSA out there right now. Because he is a mama's boy is not the determining factor for him killing this 27-year-old woman, beheading her, and putting her dead carcass or her head in a bag. That's not the reason. But it's not surprising to me because men for years have been persecuted for having this title, mama's boy. So although I don't agree with the context of this article, making it seem as if the reason why this guy killed this girl was because he's a mama's boy, there is a hidden truth in there that I would like to relate to you at this moment. Typically, mama's boys get what they want. And when they get what they want, they have an element that most human beings live by that they don't have to live by, which is rules. For every rule, if it is broken, there is a consequence. But for the mama's boy, there is hardly any consequences, which means that we may not have a lot of money, but you don't want this food, son, so I'm just going to throw it away and cook you something special and take away from me so that you can have anything that you want. That's typically what the mama's boy's mother does. It enables him and it causes him to not live by standards and rules. He thinks that the rules don't apply to him, and anything that he wants, he'll get. Rules are important for a mama's boy. And I don't mean rules like you can't do this, you can't do that. But what rules do for a mama's boy is it helps to put him in line, and it helps to align him with his inner grown man. I liken it to men who like to play video games. When a man likes to play video games, it's because there are rules that are established in a video game that if you follow the rules, you'll win. And if you don't follow the rules of the game, then you'll lose the level and have to start back over again. Men have applied that to their lives since the beginning of time. We all live by rules, and it's okay for a woman, it's okay for the wife of a mama's boy to establish rules in your relationship for him to abide by. Because if there are no rules in the relationship, then there will be rebellion in the relationship. And you're going to constantly fight this battle of a man who doesn't know his potential, who doesn't know his power in the relationship, and just gives everything to his mom, gives all power to his mom. And ultimately, it makes you frustrated in your marriage or in your relationship. And I don't see you guys ever evolving and getting better over time. So again, although I don't really agree with this article, the way that the title is, what I do agree with is that mama's boys do have the propensity to not follow the rules and to think that the rules do not apply to them. If you are in a relationship with a mama's boy, it is important for you to establish rules. If you are a mama's boy, it is important for you to have rules. That rule being, it's time for you to learn to be self-sufficient. It's time for you to learn not to keep getting, but to give. It is time for you to learn and embrace responsibility, accountability for the women in your life. Yes, your wife, your girlfriend, and also your mother. It's time for you to be the facilitator of that relationship. It's time for you to facilitate your own life and get it together. As always, guys, thanks for watching this video. If this is your first time, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next week. My name's Shareef, Mr. Aim for I Am Ali, and if no one has told you, allow me to be the first. I see the supreme lover in you. Blessings.